When it comes to sports in Lorain, your station to watch is TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television.
Welcome to another broadcast of WLCS TV 20 Boys Varsity Basketball. It's the Lorain Titans as they enter Lake Erie League play against Warrensville Heights. Alongside Bob Braskich, I'm Rob Polinsky. And Bob, the Titans come in undefeated, 11-0. They're 4-0 in league play. They're going to face a real test tonight.
They are.
Warrensville Heights 7-3 overall. More importantly, Bob, they're 4-1 in league play.
Right.
Their only losses at Bedford.
Right, Rob, let me tell you why this is going to be a real challenge tonight. Because if you take a look at the season thus far, the last few games, we're playing Norwalk, we're playing North Olmsted, Westlake. We're playing teams that aren't accustomed to our style of play, which is, full court heat, a lot of pressure, denial, very, very good on the glass, looking for transition baskets. The other teams that we've played haven't been comfortable with that style of play. They can't duplicate it at practice, and we overwhelm them in the first half. This is a team here tonight that is very comfortable playing at that rate of speed, and they have two very good guards. And the guard play is the key tonight. I'm watching their JVs play, and their JVs are pressing full court. I expect Warrensville to come out and press also. So I think the guard play is the key tonight. Warrensville's going to be much more comfortable than our other opponents have been, our other recent opponents have been. And I really think Warrensville's probably the best team we've played since the first game of the season against Norwalk. So, this is going to be a battle of wills. It's going to be very physical. The key is to maintain composure, make the easy pass, don't force things. They're going to come out and press, and I expect them to be very good against our pressure. So, we've got to get back on defense, but the guard play is the key tonight. The team that turns it over the least will win. I have no doubt about that, and I think we're a much better team on the boards too. And, you talked about being undefeated. We're starting to get some recognition, ranked number 10 in the state. And if we keep this up, we're going to move up because 1 through 9, some people are going to lose, and as those polls go, you lose and you get bumped back. So really, Lorain High really has an opportunity, to put itself on the the basketball map of the state of Ohio.
Boys varsity basketball, it's coming up next after this timeout. Warrensville Heights at Lorain. You'll see it next on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
Veterans benefits earned through your service in the National Guard or Reserve can offer a range of support.
I wouldn't be here today as a successful woman without the help that I receive.
From home loans to job training, go to benefits.va.gov/Guard Reserve to find out more. Even how to apply online using eBenefits.
This is one of the best things I ever did in my life.
We were very fortunate to have these benefits, so we definitely ought to use them.
Achieve your next mission. Learn about your VA benefits today.
Have you ever bought a car and then realized you couldn't afford it? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting something different. Don't be insane. At Credit Max Auto, you can get a really great car with a payment you can't afford. Visit us at creditmaxauto.com.
Nate Smith, the official with the basketball, ready to put it in the air. We've got Rashad Berry jumping for the Titans, jumping for the Tigers of Warrensville Heights. Jameer House, our other two officials tonight, Matt Kende and Joel Jansura. Nate Smith puts the ball in the air, and the tap is controlled by the Titans. Titans in the white, Warrensville Heights in the blue. Devon Andrews into the forecourt. Devon Andrews for Rashad Berry, and the ball is stolen away. Eddie Williamson, Davier Andrews, Devon Andrews, Rashad Berry, Nazbol Hannon, that familiar five starting for
nice pick.
The Titans. There's a steal by Devon Andrews at the other end. Put it up in and a foul.
Wow.
The starting five for Warrensville Heights: Brandon Peters, Javari Hall, Jameer House, Joseph Valerie, and Sean Dunning. So Devon Andrews, 59% free throw tosser, 6'5" senior, averaging just under 20 points per game. Free throw up, and it's off the rim, no, and we get a whistle and watch.
It's going to be a violation, I believe, on Warrensville. No, maybe not. I thought somebody stepped in the lane early.
Yeah. It is a lane violation. You're right, Bob. So Devon Andrews will get another opportunity. Devon lane right. Line drives it up and in. And it's 3-0 Titans.
Okay, full court pressure. We're in denial.
Nas Bohannon on the ball.
Let's see how Warrensville handles it. They passed over the press.
Yeah, they threw it over the top. Got it to their point guard, Brandon Peters. Peters back up top, and they throw it away. And boy, those are the errors that'll drive you nuts. If you're Brian Swift, you beat the press, Bob. You're in the forecourt.
Yeah.
And they throw it away. Those are those unforced errors you can't have because you know Lorain's going to cause turnovers with their press.
Well, I've noticed both teams are tense, and they're really fired up.
I saw Devon.
Yeah.
Eddie Williamson with the basketball being guarded very, very closely. Williamson gets rid of it to Bohannon. Man-to-man defense for Warrensville Heights to begin the ball game. Javier Andrews hands it off to his older brother, Devon. Cross court, Eddie Williamson. On the drive, Eddie Williamson in his pocket picked, but he was fouled. And that foul will go on Joseph Valerie.
Good pass to skip the basketball. I mean, one pass away, Warrensville's in denial. Very aggressive ball pressure.
Joseph Valerie, 55 seconds into the game, has 2 fouls. He'll have to come out. Trevon McGee is going to come in for Valerie, who is immediately in foul trouble. And at the line, Eddie Williamson, 58% free throw tosser. Eddie puts it up and in. As a team, the Titans 61%. So Valerie on the bench, 2 fouls, 55 seconds into the game. Trevon McGee, a senior, comes in for him. Very good crowd here at Lorain High School for this one. Second free throw off the rim, no good, and the rebound hauled in by Jameer House of Warrensville Heights. Into the forecourt, got it to McGee. McGee, nice pass inside.
You've got to get back on defense against Warrensville. I mean, they're always looking to push the basketball.
Sean Dunning's finished, the freshman. Devon Andrews into the front court quickly. He's going to
score. Right to his left hand. Well done.
Devon Andrews with 5 and 6'2". Pressure in the backcourt. Warrensville Heights is able to beat it, though. McGee on the right side. He's going to drive in. Couldn't get around Rashad Berry. It's picked up, put up, no. Ball loose on the floor. We're going to get a whistle and a foul.
It's going to be a foul on Eddie.
Foul on Eddie Williamson, as Bob Braskins told you. His first, team's first.
They've thrown the ball over top of the press both times. Guys on the back line have got to get alert.
Well, it'll be interesting to see, Bob, because I don't think most teams have been able to beat the press. Let's see how Warrensville Heights does tonight. There's a floater in the lane, up, no good. Missing that one was Javari Hall. And here come the Titans. There's a lob.
Oh, my.
Devon Andrews with the assist to Rashad Berry, and that'll get the house rocking. 8-2 Titans. Other end, Warrensville scoops and scores. Javari Hall, guess what, Bob? We're going to have some fun tonight, so are the fans.
Yeah, that was really well done.
2 minutes into the ball game, 8-4. Lorain, Eddie Williamson fell down. They're getting after it. Man-to-man defense. We're going to get a whistle and what? Is it a foul or a jump ball?
I think it's going to be a foul on Eddie.
It is, and that's his second. So John Rossitano with a decision, and he'll get him. Devon Andrews will come out. Coming in is going to be Shane Smith. Also in Kevin Davis for Eddie Williamson.
Well, you can't have your starting point guard get in foul trouble against Warrensville because they're going to press. And, I mean, we need stable ball handlers. And, Eddie's only averaging a turnover a game, which is very good for a point guard.
McGee in the backcourt. Kevin Davis got the steal. You can't throw it over top. You want to bounce it. Rashad Berry's got it. He's going to.
Oh, that's goaltending.
And there's goaltending. Basket's good. Rashad Berry with 4, and it's 10-4 Lorain. John Rossitano, very animated head coach, up giving the instructions.
Well, it's a little 1-3-1 trap by, Coach Ross taking the pressure off. He hasn't bothered Warrensville.
Peters into the forecourt, gets it left wing, the 3-ball up and in. Javari Hall with 5. And it's 10-7, Warrensville within 3. Boy, this good-sized crowd is into it early on. Javier Andrews over to Nas Bohannon, the 2 sophomores. Baseline right, Rashad Berry. Back up top to KD, Kevin Davis. Cross court, Shane Smith asked for it, puts it up, missed it. Rebound, loose on the floor. Rashad Berry battling for it, out of bounds. Give it to Warrensville Heights. The Tigers are 4-1 in the league. Lorain 4-0. Bedford also very good in the Lake Erie League. And we've got checking into the ball game for Lorain. Anthony Smothers wants to come in, but they're not going to let him in yet. He'll have to wait for the next stoppage for whatever reason. 5 minutes to go, first quarter. 10-7 Lorain. Hall, as they beat the press, got it to Peters. Peters will drive, put it up, and in. Kevin Davis with the basketball. Davis, his team up 10-9 across the midcourt line. It's Davier Andrews on the drive, lost it on the way to the basket, out of bounds for Warrensville Heights. Bob, I know we're only 3 minutes into the game, but let me ask you. If Warrensville Heights continues to beat the press and Williamson is out of the game, at some point, do you take the press off?
Well, we have taken the press off. We're going back to this little 1-3-1 kind of matchup. We're going to look maybe to trap in the corners because they were passing over the press, and they had a couple opportunities. And, that's why Coach Roz has taken it off, at least for now.
Okay.
I do notice a weakness down there on Warrensville's defense, which I'll get to the next time we have the ball.
McGee for three. No good. Whistle away from the ball and a foul, and it's going to go on Shane Smith of Lorain. Says Nate Smith. Or no, I guess this is going on. This is on Warrensville Heights. My bad. Jameer House, his first, team's third.
Well, and I'm surprised right here. Let's see how Warrensville picks up. Yeah, they're going to pick up full court, but they're going to let you inbound the basketball.
I just violated the rule number one as a broadcaster. Broadcasting 101, rule number one, let the officials make the call. Anthony Summers inside, he's traveled. Summers is in there now for Lorain. Naz Bohannon, you've got Devon Andrews back in, Kevin Davis, Shane Smith, and Anthony Summers. So just two starters into the game for the Titans right now, halfway through the first quarter. This should be a good one. 10-9 Lorain, 4 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Across the timeline, Yavari Hall. Tough pass from McGee, had too much on it, out of bounds to the Titans. I think every girl in Warrensville Heights is a varsity team in the school. Bob, they go from end line to end line.
See, Warrensville Heights, if you could beat them off the dribble, they don't help well on the back line, and that's what's available right there. You draw that help, which comes late, and Anthony was open there. That could have been a conversion, but I've noticed their defense, their ball pressure is pretty good. They deny the next pass, but if you beat them off the dribble, they're slow to help.
Summers had his shot blocked. It went out of bounds off the Titans. Warrensville basketball down by a point. Again, they beat the press. Hall on the drive, had it knocked away. They'll stay with Warrensville Heights. Matt Kende is the official with the basketball, and he's going to hand it off to Yavari Hall. Matt Kende, Nate Smith, Joel Jansura in charge of this one. Three good officials. Joel Jansura, a Lorain resident, told me before the game he watches the games on TV 20. With the basketball, baseline right, and we get an offensive charge on Jameer House, his second. So two Warrensville Heights starters with 2 fouls apiece. Jameer House and Joseph Valerie, and Valerie's out of the game, and coming in is going to be Cameron Taylor. Taylor's going to come in, and coming out is Jameer House. So will foul trouble play a part of this one?
I was expecting Warrensville to come out with more heat than we're seeing right now. They kind of let you get it in bounds, and then they make you work a little bit to get it up the floor, but I was expecting much better pressure from them in the full court.
I'll tell you this, Bob. It is a football game off the ball, and there have been bodies flying away from the ball, and they're going to have to keep an eye on this because, way off the ball, there are some people being moved.
You saw what I saw.
Devon Andrews inside was fouled. Foul on Yavari Hall.
Wow, I thought that was on a shot. Coach Rossitano's calling for two. Wait a minute, that was on a shot. He should be at the line.
Already 16 fouls on Warrensville Heights, just 2 on Lorain. Kevin Davis with it. Kevin Davis outside to Devon Andrews. A baseline 3 by Shane Smith is blocked out of bounds by Yavari Hall. It'll be Lorain to inbound with 3:11 to go in the first quarter. Nas Bohannon. Yeah, we get a whistle away from the ball on the inbound. We're going to get a foul as, again, they are moving around. We've commented on it. And
well, you know, that JV game was a very physical game, too. And, you know, the Titans win that 65-60. That was a great game. Very, very physical, though, as this is.
Well, guess what? 3:11 to go in the first quarter, and Lorain is already in the bonus. They could shoot free throws for a long time. This could make for a long game, but there's a lot of stuff going on away from that ball. They got to get a handle on it. Kevin Davis at the line for a 1-and-1. Davis put it up and in. 11-9, 3:11 to go in the first quarter. Kevin Davis 74% on the year from the line. The 5'10 junior averaging 2.9 points a game. KD again, good again. As a team, the Titans are averaging 76.5 points a game, giving up just under 53 a contest. Bohannon on the ball, knocks it out of bounds. They'll inbound again. Very good-sized crowd here at Lorain tonight. Alongside Bob Raskich, I'm Rob Polinsky. Joe Bach doing the camera work. Boys varsity basketball on WLCS TV 20. Pressure in the backcourt. There's the trap that Bob talked about. Warrensville's able to beat it, though. And Brandon Peters with the ball. 12-9 Titans. McGee with it. Up top. Got it to Peters. Peters puts up a long shot off the rim. No good. They fight for the rebound. Comes down to Warrensville. They lose it out of bounds.
Got to be Titan ball. Yes.
Rashad Berry will be back in for Lorain, and Fernie Summers will take a seat on the bench.
You know, I just think we have to be a little bit more patient and reverse the basketball, get it from one side of the floor to the other, and attack off the dribble.
Kevin Davis with the basketball. Davis across midcourt. Davis will get it ahead to Davier Andrews. Andrews in the corner to Devon Andrews.
Oh, my. Devon.
Flashes a 3. Devon Andrews with 8 in the quarter, 15-9. Warrensville trails by 6 with the ball. Peters into the forecourt. Peters in trouble, knocked out of bounds by Devon Andrews. You know, another thing for John Rositano and Mitch Gillum Jr., these guys play hard.
Oh, yeah.
They play hard for 32 minutes.
Well, and they have numbers. They go about 9-10 deep, and so.
And they don't lose a lot with the bench.
And if you're going to play the way they want to play, you have to have numbers.
Zone defense. Peters with the basketball. Picks up his dribble cross court. And they'll get it back to Peters. He'll take an outside 3. He'll miss the 3. The rebound to Andrews. He looks and finds Rashad Berry. Berry lays it up. No, but he's fouled. Rashad Berry fouled by Brandon Peters, his first. Minute 48 to go. You get a look there at Rashad Berry, young man. Will go play football at Ohio State next year. A verbal agreement that will become official on signing day, February 4th. Rashad bends the knees, puts it up, no good. Rashad averaging 9 points a game, has 4 tonight, 5 rebounds. But
48% from the line.
A problem in this game is that free throw percentage, 48%. Puts it up, missed both of them there. Nas Bohannon with rebound, put it up and in.
Nas, the leading rebounder on the team. Nas is shooting 67% for the year. That is just incredible.
As a team, the Titans are shooting 56%, and that tells me they're getting a lot of quality shots. A little bit surprising, a minute 36 to go in the quarter. Eddie Williamson back in with 2 fouls, Bob, and the Titans are up by 8. He's got to be careful. I'm a little surprised. Williamson, I didn't think we'd see him until maybe halfway through the second quarter. Bohannon with it on the drive. Nice wraparound pass, and Berry will splash it home with a slam.
That's the weakness in their defense. They don't contain the basketball that well, and once you beat them off the dribble, they don't rotate and help well.
Davier Andrews knocked it out of bounds. We get a whistle on a tee, and I think it's going to be on Devon Andrews. There's been a lot of jawing, a lot of pushing,
a lot of stuff off the ball. Yeah, no question about it.
And it's on Devon Andrews, and that is also a personal foul. So he'll come out. Jamar Ross will come into the game. And Joel Jansura tees up Devon Andrews.
I did not see what happened there. Did you, Rob?
No, but they talking and pushing and shoving the whole game off the ball. And I would assume he just said something. Joel Jansura was right next to him. Free throw up and in.
Now, I know Coach Roz, if you get a tee, you usually sit, but I see Devon. Let's see what the sub is. Devon staying on the floor.
Yavari Hall makes them both. Davier Andrews comes out. Jamar Ross does go in. Jamar Ross, off the bench this year, Bob, has made 15 three-point field goals.
And very stable handling the basketball, Rob.
Averaging 5.6 points per game. That's that depth you were talking about. Peters baseline left, shot goes up, off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound Naz Bohannon, but he can't clear it, it's stolen away. And they save it from going out of bounds. McGee was pushed out of bounds by Devon Andrews, and that should be a foul on Andrews.
Yeah,
I don't
Devon
think
got away with one there.
What are we going to have here? Matt Kende and Joel Jansura talking. Oh, they did call Devon Andrews with a push. So Devon with a foul, his second. They caught it. He'll come out. Coming into the game, Shane Smith. And it'll be McGee to inbound. Trevon McGee inbounding for Warrensville Heights. Gets it in to Sean Dunnings. Dunnings just a freshman, out to Brandon Peters. Peters on the drive, puts it up. The floater in the lane, no, but Nate Smith is going to whistle one of the Titans for a foul. There's Eddie Williamson. That's his third, I believe. Oh, they're not putting the fouls on the board tonight.
Right.
I don't know why.
I don't know if that's two or is that three.
I can't hear the PA announcer from here.
Well, he's coming out, nevertheless.
I think it's his third, but
I think you're correct.
Peters with the free throw, his third.
Kevin
Joe,
Davis
you're up here. Why don't you just run the scoreboard over there. Get those fouls up there for us. They've got it. Use it. Naz Bohannon misses or gets the rebound after the missed free throw. Head to Kevin Davis. Davis with the basketball. Davis to Bohannon. Got it out to Jamar Ross, who checked into the game for the first time. Ross in between the circles. Ross goes to Kevin Davis. 30 seconds to play in the quarter. Titans up by 7. Pass is going to get thrown away. Warrensville will get the ball back.
And I believe there's going to be a player control foul, too. Yeah. That's going to be on Davis.
Okay.
Warrensville took the charge.
Foul. His first. Coming into the game, Alex Church for Warrensville Heights. They're going to lob it. Warrensville Heights with the basketball in the backcourt. They get it into the front court. Sean Dunnings, the freshman, got it to Hall in the corner for McGee. 15 seconds to play in the quarter. Hand off to Peters. He's double teamed in trouble, and we're going to whistle and a timeout on the floor. Wow. Warrensville Heights had to take a timeout because the Titans were going to force a timeout with 12.8 seconds to go in quarter number 1.
The Titans have 6 fouls. There have been 8 called against Warrensville. I don't think I can recall both teams being in the bonus in the first quarter.
And Joe Bach showing there. We've got Rob Senderoff. He's the young man there on the right. The gentleman there, the head coach of the Kent State Golden Flashes. Next to him is lead assistant DeAndre Haynes, who are here to watch Devon Andrews, who is going to be playing for the Golden Flashes next year. Tomorrow night, Kent State entertains Ohio University. Coach Senderoff and Coach Haynes checking out the game from Lorain High School. Good to see them. Golden Flashes 2-1 so far in Mid-American Conference play. And it'll be great to see Devon Andrews playing up there next year. In the backcourt, they're going to get the basketball on the inbounds. Church gets it over to Brandon Peters. Peters, left-hand dribble. Kevin Davis went for the steal, didn't get it. Rashad Berry goes for the block, didn't get it, and gets called for the foul.
You know, we're accustomed to pressuring opposing guards and not paying for it. You know, their guards are very good. They'll beat you off the dribble. You know, and that's what we saw right there. I mean, you've got to be careful. You have to contain them and try to force width, break them down.
Bob, both teams are in the bonus before the end of the first quarter.
I've never seen it before.
Remember the Elks free throw shooting contest? Well, we're going to have our version of it in the second quarter because both teams are in the bonus. Every foul in the second quarter is going to mean free throws. I hope you and your friend didn't have post-game festivities. You're going to be a little late to wherever you were going to go. Peters makes them both. He has 5.
3.7 left in the quarter.
Plenty of time. They'll inbound to Kevin Davis.
Now bring it.
Davis got it to Jamar Ross for a 3-ball. No good. The return is up and in at the buzzer. And the basket's good by Shane Smith.
Wow.
Shane Smith with the buzzer beater. And you look at the Titans coming off the floor here at the end of the quarter. We played one. Our score, it's Lorain 21. Warrensville Heights 14. You're watching boys varsity basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
One of my biggest passions in life is animals. That's why I've worked with Morris Animal Foundation for over 40 years. Morris Animal Foundation is a world leader in helping animals live longer, healthier lives. You can too. Just show your support at morrisanimalfoundation.org.
To help cats, dogs, horses, and wildlife live healthier lives, visit morrisanimalfoundation.org, where we are advancing science that will create a healthier tomorrow for animals.
And there you get a look at TV 20's very own Bob Tomaszewski. Tomo checking out boys basketball, and you look at him, and Bob looks a little confused, maybe a little lost. My guess is, Joe, that Bob is here thinking that wrestling was here tonight. He didn't realize the wrestling is out at Oregon Clay High School at the Maumee Bay Classic. I think Bob is here thinking that he was going to watch varsity wrestling. He's looking around waiting for the wrestling to start. This must be a heck of a boys basketball team if you get Tomo to come to a game.
It is a heck of a boys basketball team.
I've never seen Tomo at a boys basketball game.
Now, we've got to break down and force width, maybe take a step back and contain the dribble. Every score they had in that first quarter was off the dribble except one.
Good to see Tomo here tonight. McGee drives in.
Yeah,
McGee
right
puts
there.
it off the glass and scores. Makes it 21-16. Devon Andrews into the front court. Devon on the drive, puts it up around the rim, and it went in. Devon Andrews with 10 in the game. 23-16. Bohannon, Devon Andrews, Davier Andrews, Kevin Davis, and Rashad Berry are the 5 on the floor for the Titans, and there's a steal by Devon. Cross court for his brother Davier. A 3-ball off the rim, no.
Yes.
It's tapped back up and in by Devon Andrews. He's got a dozen. And we got a whistle and one.
Well, they're going to contest that previous shot because it hit the guy wire. Now, I've seen that go both ways here.
Well, they just teed up a Warrensville player.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. They missed it. It hit the guide wire.
Yeah.
That should have been out of bounds. And now they're going to add a tee to it. Nate Smith talking with the Warrensville Heights players.
Oh, that was a quick tee.
Well, the officials missed the call, and I'm sure the Warrensville players said something about it. So,
well, this officiating crew, Rob, realizes they have to, you know, maintain control in this game. I mean, and that's what they're doing.
Yeah, they are, but they flat out missed that call.
Yeah, they did miss it. But you know, I've seen that go uncalled here. I've seen it called. I really don't know what the official correct rule is on that.
Nas Bohannon inbound after the Titans make a couple of free throws. They lead by 11. Davier Andrews has it. He'll lob it into his brother. Gets it back to Davier. Missed it. Return up. No good by Bohannon. They tip it around, and it comes out to Peters for Warrensville Heights. Into the forecourt, all the way to the basket. Split the defense. Scored, and a foul. Oh, my. Brandon Peters with a heck of a play. Bob, that was incredible.
It was, and their guards are very good off the dribble. I mean, they really are.
I thought Peters was going to get that ball swatted away going into the trees.
Now that was well done. That's the second time he's done that tonight.
He's got 7. He'll look for 8 at the line. The left-handed shooting junior.
He's obviously a good free throw shooter also.
Peters, Hall, McGee. Also into the game for Warrensville Heights to begin the second quarter is Dunnings, and the other young man is Cameron Taylor. Into the forecourt, nice pass inside to Bohannon.
Nice.
He scores.
Davier, nice pass.
That was a good pass from Davier Andrews to Naz Bohannon, and the Titans lead by 10, 29-19. 6.5 minutes to go until halftime. Peters gets past the trap, got it out to Hall. Hall will dribble back out by midcourt. Trying to drive on Davier Andrews. Davier Andrews got the steal, then he loses control. Give it back to Warrensville Heights. Shane Smith in for Kevin Davis for Lorain. Joel Jansura trying to get John Rossitano to back up off the floor a little bit. Peters with it. Gets it out to McGee. Around the perimeter, they work it. That's Peters guarded by Smith. Gets by Smith. Kick out pass. Hall with a 3 ball. It's an air ball short. And what? We've got a Warrensville Heights player underneath the basket. And we're going to get a foul on Shane Smith. And Matt Kende with a conversation with John Rossitano. It was short. And my guess is John doesn't agree with Matt. Brandon Peters at the line for a 1-and-1. Both teams are in the bonus. 6:03 to go in the first half.
This is a guy you don't want to put at the line. I haven't seen him play this year, but I remember him from last year. He's got a great stroke from the line. Left-hander.
Front end of the 1-1 right there. You're dead on there, Bob.
I think that's 4 in a row for him from the line.
I know he's made 5. I don't know how many he's taken, but he's made 5 of them, and he has 9 points.
He just has a nice stroke.
Yep, the last couple have been perfect swishes. That one's right there. 29-21. Titan lead is 8, 2 minutes into the second half. Devon Andrews into the front court. Nice pass to Bohannon, and then a shot up and in. You know, that's what I like about this Titan team, Bob, is they all look to pass first, and they are excellent passers. They give up good shots to take better shots. And they're an unselfish group. Peters with the basketball into the front court.
See, right now, Warrensville is a little confused because they're not recognizing the defense, and consequently, they're standing.
Peters puts the shot up, no good. Well, Lorain's daring them to shoot from the outside with a zone, and Warrensville Heights can't hit from the outside. Devon Andrews kicks it back outside to his brother Davier for 3. It's no good. Rebound, Yavari Hall.
Okay, they're releasing early.
Ahead, and there's the layup up and in by the freshman, Sean Dunning. Somebody's got to get back.
They're releasing early.
Naz Bohannon drives in. Nobody's fouled. Naz wearing the mask. You get a good look at him right there. And Joe Bach told me that last week he did break his nose in that North Olmsted game where he absolutely all-out effort, diving for a ball, broke his nose, and then comes back the next night, scores 30-some points in the win over Norwalk.
Dude, when you play Warrensville or Bedford, for sure, you have got to get back on defense. I mean, Warrensville is releasing, leaking out early. You've got to. Usually that's the point guard's responsibility, and the off guard realizes if the point guard penetrates and isn't in a position, the off guard has to realize it's his responsibility.
Bohannon with 7 and makes the first free throw. 63% on the year from the line. Second free throw is around the rim and out. Rebound Hall for Warrensville Heights. Titans lead by 9, 5 minutes to go in the first half. And they press coming off a missed free throw. Dunning gets it inside to Cameron Taylor, back outside to Brandon Peters. Cross-court pass, picked off Shane Smith. Smith with a steal. Pass for Bohannon. Bohannon back outside to Kevin Davis. They'll reset the offense.
Smart.
Bohannon in the corner and gets knocked out of bounds by the Tigers. Lorain will keep the ball. Again, a really nice crowd here at Lorain High School to watch this game in the Lake Erie League between Warrensville Heights and Lorain. First of 2 meetings. The rematch will be at Warrensville Heights to end the regular season on, well, wait a minute, looking at the wrong schedule. Got a whistle inside.
Devon's going to go to the line. double bonus time.
Foul goes on McGee. For Lorain, they'll go to Warrensville Heights February 20th, second to last game. Lorain's regular season ends with league games at Warrensville Heights and at Bedford. Free throw up, Devon Andrews put it up and in. Foul was on McGee.
Boy, I'd like to see us reverse the basketball a little bit more on our offense, because you force them to close out after you reverse it. You can beat them off the dribble, and they don't help well.
Devon Andrews looking to add to 13 points. He does not. Line drive, no good off the rim. Needs to arc those a little bit more.
Yeah, it needs a little bit more lift.
4.5 minutes to go in a half. Titans by 10. Cross-court pass into the game for the first time. Sin-Q
That's
Gator.
a turnover.
And there's a turnover.
See, you know, you got to give Coach Gillum and Coach Roz some credit here. They've changed defenses a little bit on them, and a lot of times when you change defenses on a team like Warrensville, they don't recognize that they have a tendency to stand, and that's what we're seeing.
Sin-Q Gator into the game for Warrensville Heights. Kevin Davis into the front court to Davier Andrews. Top of the key, Naz Bohannon. That's Kevin Davis with it at the foul line. His pass for Devon Andrews, spins in the lane, forces it up, no good, and Warrensville Heights will get the rebound. Into the front court, Peters goes to the basket, no good, Bohannon gets the rebound. Quick clear for Devon Andrews behind the back with a dribble.
Wow.
He's going to lay it up and
wow. Oh, I just see the Kent State assistant high five somebody else over there. I'm serious.
Why not? There's a timeout on the floor as well, we've got 3:52 to go in the first half. Joe, and with 35-23.
We've got to do a better job of containing them off the dribble. I mean, because our changing defenses here they're standing a lot, and I've watched Warrensville play, and I think Coach Swift's a good coach. Usually they do a lot more offensively than I'm seeing here tonight. We've got them standing. Now, again, they're quick with the basketball. Maybe take a step back, try to force some width and take away that dribble penetration. Then down here at the other end, I think we're doing a pretty good job, but we're playing a little bit on just half of the floor. Let's reverse that basketball and then attack them off the dribble. They're definitely slow to help, and we're very good at making that next pass once we do draw that help. I mean, that's what I'd like to see a little bit more of.
Titans lead by 12. Second timeout taken by Warrensville Heights. They have 3 remaining. Lorain has all 5 timeouts remaining. 3:52 to go in the first half. You get a look at Nate Smith, one of the 3 officials here tonight. He, alongside with Matt Kende and Joel Jansura, are in charge of this one. The Lorain Titans undefeated, 11-0, 4-0 in league play. Warrensville Heights 7-3, 4-1 in league play. It's a big game in the Lake Erie League.
Well, they're down by 12, and they had some success here last year pressing full court. I mean, it was an all-out denial. I mean, it was intense. I look for them to crank up their full court pressure, especially down by 12.
Warrensville Heights with the basketball into the front court. Sin-Q Gator, pass intercepted by Shane Smith. Here come the Titans. Nice bounce pass to Davier Andrews. Shot blocked. Loose on the floor and is picked up by Warrensville Heights. Quickly into the front court. We're going to get a whistle. It's the basket.
Oh, yeah, he's counting the basket, Rob. He's counting it.
Oh, they give him the basket. Wow. Foul on Shane Smith. I have him as for 2 fouls. Wow. The basket good on the continuation for Yavari Hall. He's got 9. He'll look for 10 at the line. 35-25. Titans by 10. 3:28 to go in the first half.
There's a big basket for Warrensville.
Free throw up, no good. Rebound, Anthony Summers. So it's Anthony Summers, Naz Bohannon. Their pass is stolen away. Here comes Warrensville Heights, and Kevin Davis stole it right back. They get it ahead for Summers, who went up for a slam, and he was fouled. Summers, Bohannon, Davis, Davier Andrews, and Shane Smith on the floor for Lorain.
Yeah, that was a hard foul. Yeah, I see former girls coach Bieber calling for the intentional too. I thought that was a hard foul.
Foul on Sin-Q Gator.
I agree.
Teams in the double bonus. Summers at the line for 2. Anthony, 62% on the year, strokes that one home for his first point of the ball game. 6'7" junior. Anthony Summers, part of that depth, averaging 6.5 points a game off the bench. To me, that's what Lorain does. They wear you down. They've got a lot of depth.
Well, that's what the style of play is intended to do. And when you have numbers, as we've seen, 10 for Lorain High already in this first half play. I mean, you can do it.
Well, it's one thing to have 10 guys play. It's another thing to have 10 guys play and not have much drop off. And that's what happens, in my opinion. Baseline 3 ball up, no good by Jameer House. And here come the Titans up by a dozen. Under 3 minutes to go and a half. Kevin Davis with the basketball. I mean, some of these guys, they would start on probably every other team in Lorain County. Bohannon gets it to Kevin Davis. Davis with a dribble, picks up his dribble. In the corner to Jamar Ross. Ross, who's been stroking threes lately, puts another one up, missed that one.
Here they go.
And here comes Peters in Warrensville Heights, as Bob mentioned, missed the shot. Offensive rebound, House, who's been on the bench with 2 fouls. We're going to get a jump ball.
You know, there are charges to be taken out there, fellas. They come in out of control. I'd like to see somebody step up.
Easy for us to say, Bob. Those hurt.
It is. But I mean, there are charges. Ouch, that hurt. There are charges to be taken.
Turnover, give it back to Warrensville Heights. They trail by a dozen, 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. Brandon Peters with the basketball. Kevin Davis has him. Cross court, Sin-Q Gator tried to get around Davier Andrews. Andrews got the steal. Gator knocked it out of bounds. It'll be Lorain basketball.
See, I'm waiting for Warrensville to crank up their heat. Again, they're down by 12, and still their press. I mean, they're picking up full court, but they're kind of letting, the Titans make an inbounds pass, and then they, just contain the basketball thereafter.
Andrews into the front court to Jamar Ross, right back to Devon Andrews. He and Ross play catch, a wide open 3. That one an air ball long. Bohannon with the offensive rebound, put it up, no good. Loose on the floor. Rashad Berry got it out to Devon Andrews. They'll reset the offense.
Nice. Good choice.
And it's Davier Andrews, got it to Jamar Ross. Under 2 minutes to play in the half.
Well, Warrensville playing a little bit of zone here.
And the Titans take a timeout. And while they do, you see the Titans bench. I want to tell you about a new sponsor to WLCS TV 20 broadcast, Credit Max on Erie Avenue and Colorado Avenue on the east side of Lorain. Credit Max used car dealership are new to the WLCS family. We welcome them in. I think the folks in Lorain, go check them out. You're going to like what you see. They got a nice selection of used cars. You can find just about anything you want to find over there. They do a great job with you when you go in to visit with them. They want to know, what you can afford, and then they're gonna talk to you. They're gonna find out a little bit about you. They're gonna give you a couple choices of a car to drive. And that's the folks over at Credit Max. You ever bought a car and then realized about a week later, you know what, I can't afford it. What was I thinking? They're not going to do that at Credit Max. They're going to take the time to find out about you, know what you can afford, and get you set in a ride that you're comfortable with, and it'll get you to and from work. Devon Andrews with the basketball. In the corner, got it to Jamar Ross. Back outside to Davier Andrews. He and Devon play catch.
Yeah, Warrensville's playing a little zone here. I'm surprised.
And outside to Jamar Ross. Minute and a half to go in the first half. In the corner, Ross has it to Devon Andrews. Titans aren't in any hurry. Andrews dribbling in. Andrews lost it, though, dribbling in. I think Devon kind of forced that one.
Definitely.
And it comes away to Jameer House. House into the front court, got it to Peters.
Yeah.
Peters with a floater in the paint, off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, House lost it on their way up, out of bounds to Lorain. Titans got away with one right there.
Definitely. Well, that was another situation, and not stopping the basketball in transition.
1:07 to go in the first half. Titans by a dozen. Devon Andrews with the basketball in the backcourt, got it to Naz Bohannon. Over to Shane Smith, they beat the press. Rashad Berry throws it to Devon Andrews, and Andrews just saved the life of somebody about 3 rows up. Went up to save that ball from going into the crowd. Andrews baseline left, blocking foul, Jameer House. That's his third, I believe.
Good skip pass, force that zone to close out. And, as you see that defense, closing out on you, you know where they're going. They don't know where you're going. Devon took advantage of it, beat him off the dribble, drew the foul.
Devon this year, 59% from the line. He's got 15 points tonight, 6 field goals, 1 is a 3, and a couple of free throws. Devon first to 2, puts it up. That's no good. You know what I like about his game? That was
I like a lot about his game. What happened there, Rob? I missed it.
I think it was Matt Kende saying no shot because there was a lane violation.
Well,
what I like about his game is he's unselfish. He does not force it.
And he's shooting 66% from the field this year. Now, again, a lot of those. Wow, another lane violation, I believe.
No, we're going to call a foul on Rashad Berry.
Okay.
So the free throw's good.
Yeah, both teams in a double bonus.
They're trying to eliminate some of the pushing and shoving.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, both teams in a double bonus. This keeps up, we're going to have players foul out of this one.
But you were talking about Devon while we got the free throw attempt. I mean, he's averaging 20 a game or almost, and shooting 66%. I mean, that's almost unheard of. I mean, we got 2 of the starters, shooting over 65%, and as a team shooting, 53 or so. I mean, that's very good.
He's taken 133 shots through 11 games, so that's, about 12 shots a game. Not a ton for as many points as he's scoring, and you'd think a guy that, like him might be shooting the ball 200 times and, 20 times a game, but it's not his game. Dunnings makes one of them, 38-26. 12-point lead for Lorain. Davier Andrews get it back outside to his brother Devon. Back to Davier, 35 seconds to go in a half.
Hard to hold the ball for 35 seconds.
Devon Andrews with it. He's going to pull it back outside to Naz Bohannon. Cross-court pass gets knocked out of bounds to who? We're going to give it to Lorain.
We're going to try to hold it for the last shot here with 26 seconds left. It's tough against an aggressive defense to hold it for 26 seconds. It really is at the high school level.
Andrews will walk it across the midcourt stripe. And he crosses it with 20 seconds to go in a half. Cross-court pass, Naz Bohannon in the corner for Davier Andrews. Davier will throw it down to Shane Smith. Find Bohannon cutting to the basket. Put it up, no. Summers, no.
Yes!
Smothers again, good, and a foul.
Wow.
Anthony Smothers with 4. He'll look for 5 at the line. But I like right there, Bohannon knowing how to move without the basketball.
Great cut by Bohannon. That was a great cut.
Some players stand around and say, get me the ball or whatever.
He read the situation. He was being denied. He back cut right into the middle of the defense. Drew help, which, enable this whole situation to unfold in our favor.
Missed the free throw. Bohannon went for the rebound, got the rebound in traffic, put it up around rim and out.
Yes.
Rebound up and in by Shane Smith. And that'll do it for the first half. Nice flurry by the Titans at the end of the half after 1 our score. Lorain at 42, Warrensville 26. We'll be back with the start of the third quarter after this timeout. You're watching boys basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
Is magic really magic? If a deal is too good to be true, well, don't be fooled. There is no magic. Credit Max Auto has a great selection of cars with fast, easy financing and payments you can afford. Check us out at creditmaxauto.com.
Ian Ralston was a combat medic who was injured in Iraq. When I met Ian, I knew we had to help him get his housing grant and auto grant and every benefit to live as normal a life as possible. And we did.
PVA has helped hundreds of thousands of veterans get the care and benefits they've earned.
My name is Jason Stevenson, and I work for Paralyzed Veterans of America.
Paralyzed Veterans of America, changing lives, building futures.
Inspiring city and campus. Inspiring people. Inspiring creativity. Inspiring hands-on learning. Inspiring global experiences. Inspiring traditions. Be a Buckeye. Inspire.
The Warriors to Work program makes it possible for wounded warriors and their families to build new lives together.
When my dad left, I was like this big, but now I'm like this big. My dad got a master's degree in human resources.
Thanks to Warriors to Work that my dad has a terrific job.
The Wounded Warrior Project helps him by, giving him another start.
Now that my dad's home, I get a lot more hugs.
I'm really proud of him.
Find out more about Wounded Warrior Project at findwwp.org. Welcome home, the brave.
Welcome back. Start of the third quarter. Warrensville Heights with the basketball. Lorain leads at halftime 42-26 as we begin the third quarter. Lorain outscored Warrensville 21-14 in the first quarter, 21-12 in the second quarter to go up by 16. We'll get you individual numbers here in a moment. Inside to get the ball to House. Reverse layup. Nice move to the basket, Bob, but he scored.
Yeah.
42-28. Eddie Williamson into the game. Out to Davier Andrews for three, and he hit it. Davier, his 11th three-ball of the season, and it's 45-28.
Okay, we're back to full court pressure.
And we're going to get a push-off there as Williamson took a push-off. I believe this will be on Warrensville Heights. It is. Yes, pushing off was Brandon Peters. Scoring quickly, Eddie Williamson had a point. Davier Andrews with 2. Devon Andrews led everybody with 16. Rashad Berry 6. Nas Bohannon with 7. They get it into Devon Andrews.
That's a nice little play. I mean, Devon takes it out of bounds, throws it to the corner. They clear out the ball side block. He steps in, posts up. Well done.
Cross-court pass. Peters wide open 3-ball. Lets it fly, and he hit it. Off the bench, Kevin Davis with 2, Shane Smith 4, and Smothers had 4. For Warrensville Heights scoring in the first half, Peters with 10, Javier Hall with 9, Sean Dunnings 5, and Trevon McGee with 2. 47-31, 7 minutes to go, third quarter, Titans by 16. Bob, I think we're surprised that the Titans were up by 16 at half.
I was.
Devon Andrews with it.
Rob, I'm more surprised they're playing a zone again.
Bohannon with the basketball in the paint, put it up, no good, and a rebound comes down. And Williamson went for the steal, but it'll go to Warrensville Heights, but the rebound came down to Jameer House.
Because I'm of the opinion, as we were talking during the half, that the only way Warrensville gets back into the game is, they've got to become super aggressive, full court denial, run, stun, the whole thing, and let the chips fall where they may. They've got to force turnovers. They can't play passive.
With the basketball into the front court. And they're going to get it ahead to House. House inside, splits the defense, put it up, no, put it up again, no. Got another rebound, got it, and a foul. Jameer House with 4, he'll look for 5 at the line. Nate Smith will tell us the basket's good, and the foul is going to go on Nas Bohannon. House at the line for 1.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see what they do defensively if this goes in.
Free throw, round robin out, no good. Rebound Bohannon. Long outlet for Devon Andrews. He'll scoop and score. Devon with 20. Well, I suppose they're playing zone because they know they can't match up man-to-man with them. And they're going to throw it away into the forecourt, give the ball back to Lorain. Titans up by 16. I would imagine the Titans are going to see a lot of zone defenses this year, Bob.
I thought they were going to, because I didn't think going into the season they would be a very good perimeter shooting team, but they've turned into a pretty good perimeter shooting ball club. They really have.
With it, they get it ahead. Bohannon hasn't lost control of it. It comes down to Peters. Peters has it. Peters doesn't have a shot blocked by Devon Andrews. He dives for it, and it's loose on the floor. It'll go out of bounds to Warrensville Heights, and Eddie Williamson will go over there in the corner and help Devon up.
Well, Devon came down hard on his left hip, but nice block.
There's the outlet pass for Joseph Valerie, who's back into the game after he got 2 fouls 55 seconds into the game. We never saw him again. He starts the third quarter. They get it inside to Peters. Peters put it up. No, the return is up and in. And that time that is going to be Yavari Hall. 49-35, Titans by 14. Rashad Berry in the paint, put it up around rim and in. And we got a whistle and a timeout. A timeout for the Titans. And with 5:20 to go in the third quarter, let's tell you about our new sponsor, Credit Max. They've got 2 locations. They've been in Elyria for 5 years, and they've been in Elyria, and what they realized was they didn't get to see enough folks from Lorain being in Elyria. So what they decided to do was they found a building and a business for sale, and they bought it in the fall. And so Credit Max is now at Erie and Colorado Avenue on the east side of Lorain, and they are bringing what they've done in Elyria, they're bringing it to Lorain. And what they do is it's a used car dealership. They bring you in, and they want to talk and find out about you. Maybe you've got bad credit. Maybe you went through a divorce. Maybe you've been bankrupt. Maybe you've been laid off from your job. All kinds of things happen. That doesn't make you a bad person. Just means bad things have happened to you. So they bring you in, they talk to you, they find out where you can be payment-wise, what kind of a car, and then they'll find the payment that works for you, give you a couple choices, give you an opportunity to look around, pick out a car that's going to fit your needs, something you're going to like. So go give them a visit. Credit Max on Erie and Colorado in Lorain, and we welcome them to the WLCS TV 20 family. Joe and I had a good time over there the other day talking with Jim Smith, Stanton Heinz, the 2 owners of Credit Max. 5:15 to go in the third quarter. Following the timeout, Eddie Williamson went for the steal, didn't get it. Peters in the backcourt, gets it back to Valerie. Valerie, they break the press to Yavari Hall. Joseph Valerie in between the circles. Cross court, Brandon Peters. He's had a big game for him, Bob.
Yeah, he has. He's a nice player.
Yavari Hall for 3. No good. Rebound, Devon Andrews. Andrews with a good box out. Gets the rebound. Into the front court, trying to pass it to Nas Bohannon. Threw it into a crowd, and that's going to be a turnover. Ball loose on the floor, though. Picked up by Bohannon. He'll lay it in. So I think Devon tried to do a little too much there, but they get the steal back.
He did. I mean, it's not the time to force things.
Valerie with it to Yavari Hall, scoops and scores.
Jeez.
He's got 13. 53-37, Titans still by 16. 4:10 to go in the third quarter. Williamson with the basketball, left side, Bohannon. Back to Eddie Williamson. Hall went for the steal, didn't get it. Outside, Davier Andrews. He'll hand it off to Bohannon. They'll reset the offense. Davier, left wing 3 ball off the rim, no. Devon Andrews,
nice.
Jump stop, offensive rebound shot, blocked out of bounds. It'll be Lorain basketball, blocking that one out of bounds with Sean Dunning. Shane Smith, Kevin Davis back in for Lorain. Eddie Williamson, Devon Andrews come out. Trevon McGee back in for Warrensville Heights. Coming out, Joseph Valerie.
This is a rough place to take the ball out of bounds, right here. If they get, it's a, well.
Bohannon gets it on the 3-point line. Goes cross court, Kevin Davis. Davis, bounce pass, baseline right. Rashad Berry short. Rebound Cummings. And Dunnings, I should say, Sean Dunnings. And he gets it ahead.
Well, let's not shoot him back in the game now, fellas.
With the basketball is Brandon Peters.
Yeah, we're playing a little 3-2 zone here.
And we're going to get a blocking foul on Shane Smith. Joel Jansura says that foul on Smith. I have him for 3. Second team foul in the half.
Oh, get through that pick.
They're going to inbound it. Jump ball goes up and in. And making that one is Yavari Hall.
Okay, I think last time down we took shots that we shouldn't have taken. Let's have a little patience here, reverse the basketball. You get what you want.
Kevin Davis fakes the 3, fakes it again, gets to Shane Smith, back to Davis. Baseline right, Bohannon. Bohannon with a dribble. Bohannon back outside to Davier Andrews. Davier's pass is going to get intercepted. Here comes McGee, and he goes and slams it home. Trevon McGee with 4. 53-41. Warrensville Heights within a dozen. Into the front court. Bohannon with the basketball. Bohannon on the three-point line. Looking. He's at the foul line. Kicks it back out to Shane Smith over to Kevin Davis. Davis with the basketball. Davis inside the three-point line. Finds Davier Andrews. Nice. There's that extra pass. And laying it up in his Anthony Smothers.
Good job by Davier there.
Smothers with 6.
Draw help, make the next pass.
There's that extra pass that we talked about in the first half. In the corner, Warrensville Heights with the basketball, spinning and losing control, out of bounds to Lorain. Losing that basketball out of bounds, Jameer House. Titans are up by 14, 2:06 to go in the third, and Devon Andrews back in for Lorain. Naz Bohannon will get a breather. Inbounds, Kevin Davis. 2 minutes to go in the third. A very good-sized crowd here at Lorain to watch the Titans and the Warrensville Heights Tigers Lake Erie League play. Lob for Smothers, he scores.
Nice job of spreading the floor. When you spread the floor and you've got guys like Devon who can beat you off the dribble, I mean, that's just great offense.
Offensive basketball is all about spacing.
Yep.
Or good offensive basketball is, I should say. And sometimes bad offense is lack of spacing.
Nice steal by Davier.
And he gets it to his brother Devon. Quickly ahead to Kevin Davis. Davis into the front court. Had it poked away, but out of bounds. It'll stay with Lorain. Boy, Trevon McGee went flying through trying to save that one. He looked like Naz Bohannon last week at North Olmsted diving through the crowd there. And coming into the basketball game, Eddie Williamson in for Kevin Davis. There's the lob up top to Williamson. Cross court, Devon Andrews. Andrews wants to drive it.
Oh, man. Whoa.
That's one of the reasons he'll be playing for Kent State next year. And Rob Senderoff and DeAndre Haynes in the crowd tonight saying, we can't wait to see that next year. Wow. Peters goes up, but misses the shot.
You know, the offensive concept is good. They spread the floor, they're running their little pass, cut, fill, and when, again, you've got a guy like Devon and you spread the floor, he beats you off the dribble. It's very difficult for the defense to rotate and help out. I mean, it's just a good concept.
Well, that's one of the reasons that sometimes teams play zone defenses.
Yep, right.
There aren't many guys that can stay in front of them.
That's true.
Free throw up around the rim and it went in. Brandon Peters. Wow, that was fun, and that got this crowd going. 59-42.
That was one of the better dunks I've seen in a long time.
You know, nothing like a dunk in high school basketball that just gets a crowd to buzz.
Well, the Titans have had more than their share. I mean, Rashad Berry, he's had some thunderous dunks, and Devon, no foul call there.
Peters made a bow, 59-43. Davier Andrews with the basketball.
Back cut.
Under a minute to go, third quarter. There's the back cut. Extra pass, Smothers.
Oh! Spread the floor, they're in denial, back cut, draw help, make the next pass. That's how you play the game today.
And that's the extra pass from Devon Andrews and shows you some
travel.
And we're going to get a traveling call on Warrensville Heights. Give the ball back to the Titans.
Well, I thought about a minute and a half ago, Rob, things were starting to turn their way, and I'm really glad to see us bump it back out to 18.
61-43, Titans by 18, as Bob told you. 43 seconds to go in quarter number 3. Okay. The Titans trying to remain undefeated at 12-0 if they can get a win. Kevin Davis into the front court. Davis brings it up, got it to Devon Andrews. Andrews guarded by McGee, behind the back, penetrates, kicks it out. Dribbling around is Shane Smith. Smith at the foul line, out to Bohannon. Bohannon, John Rossitano calls the play. Bohannon picks up his dribble, got to find somebody, got it to Devon Andrews at midcourt, and he traveled. So McGee with good defense. Trevon McGee draws a travel.
Again, I know Coach Ross wanted to hold it there. It is really tough against pressure defense to hold it at the high school level.
Jamar Ross in, Devon Andrews out, 17.2 to go in the game, or in the third, I should say. Inbounding, they're going to get it to Brandon Peters. Peters in the backcourt. Peters gets it into the front court, got it to Joseph Valerie. 7 seconds. Valerie, better hurry up. Cross court is passed to Hall. 2 seconds. One, I don't know if he knows it. He won't get a shot off. That'll do it. I don't think Warrensville Heights had any idea what was going on with the clock, and that's what Brian Swift is saying right now to Joseph Valerie. After 3 our score, it's Lorain 61, Warrensville Heights 43. We'll be back with the fourth and final quarter. You're watching boys varsity basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Yes, for a nicer day, huh?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Gonna get some big ones. Anybody want to wear a life jacket?
I'm good.
No life jacket? That's a deal breaker.
Daddy, you promised.
Daniel Stevens.
Yeah, give me one of those life jackets.
This message brought to you by the National Safe Boating Council and the women who nag you. Love you.
Why do you let car dealers treat you like you're stupid? Just because you've had credit problems doesn't mean you're stupid. Credit Max Auto treats you with dignity and respect. We have a great selection of cars with fast, easy financing and payments you can afford. Check us out at creditmaxauto.com.
I was the first woman ever to deploy on a Strategic Air Command deployment.
You didn't just serve your country.
I lobbied for women to be on board submarines.
You paved the way for others.
I joined the Army because I wanted a challenge.
And the challenges you face now? Your VA delivers a variety of benefits. Learn more, including how to apply online using e-benefits.
No matter what time it is, you've earned them. Apply today.
Start of the fourth quarter, Lorain with the basketball. They lead at 61-42. They outscored Warrensville Heights 19-17 in the third. Take a 16-point halftime lead, put it to 18. Driving to the basket, Eddie Williamson. He's going to be fouled by Brandon Peters. This is the second team foul on Warrensville Heights this half. And Williamson at the line, 58% on the year. He's got 1 point tonight. Bohannon, Barry, Williamson, and the Andrews brothers, Devon and Davier, on the floor to begin quarter number 4. Williamson right there. Titans by 19. Williamson again taking his time in a both. Nice. A stat that I like to keep an eye on is fourth quarter free throws. So they're 2 for 2 so far. Lorain. They lead by 20. Obviously in a closer game it's more important than it is right now, but just a stat I like to keep track of. Warrensville Heights with the basketball. Peters has it. Peters in between the circles. Left side McGee, a long three. He'll launch it. In and out. Rebound Rashad Berry. And the future Buckeye gets it to Bohannon. Back to Berry. Lays it up. No good. Rebound hauled in by Jameer House of Warrensville Heights. Out to Brandon Peters. He'll lay it up and miss it. The return is up and in. Nice job by Yavari Hall. I like Yavari Hall. He's got 18.
I do too. They're very under control.
Yep, and the Titans throw it away. John Rossitano says they threw it away, or went off of a Tiger. Not going to get the call. How many heartbeats do you think he beats in a minute during a game? Just asking.
He's up there.
Oh, man. Into the front court, all the way to the basket.
Fellas.
Somebody's got to stop him. Misses it. House got the rebound, missed it. Rebound, they fight for it. It's loose on the floor, picked up by Hall of the Tigers, and he launches a three, and he hit it. So you got to contest that.
Yeah, that's 2 possessions in a row where, you know, off the dribble, we just kind of, 3 possessions actually, let him go by. I mean, you don't want to take a timeout, but you know, we can't play that way. I mean, you've got to stop the basketball. It's the first thing you do when you're playing defense.
Each team with 3 team fouls, and now Warrensville Heights trying to bring a little pressure. They have to. They're down by 15 with 6:45 to go. Eddie Williamson has it into the front court, got it to Davier Andrews. Andrews looking, dribbling, got it to Rashad Berry on the baseline. Berry in trouble, and he threw it away. Here comes Yavari Hall for Warrensville Heights, splits the defense, lays it up and in. 63-50. They're making it interesting. Williamson in the backcourt across the timeline. Got it to Devon Andrews. He'll put it up. No, but he's fouled. Devon Andrews will go to the line for two as he took a pretty good shot. And Matt Kende tells us that the foul on Warrensville Heights will go on Sean Dunnings. Andrews, line left, no good. Kevin Davis will check in for Lorain. Eddie Williamson takes a seat on the bench. Devon and Davier Andrews, Rashad Berry, Naz Bohannon, Kevin Davis are the five on the floor for Lorain. 6:18 to go, Titans by 13. Devon Andrews missed them both, and the rebound, Bohannon got another offensive board. Well, it helps if you're going to miss shots, if free throws, that you get offensive rebounds. That's 3 or 4 that Naz Bohannon has got tonight, Bob. Davier Andrews driving, putting it up, nope. Got his own rebound, put it up, no, and on the rebound we're going to get a whistle and a foul. And that foul on Jameer House. That's his 4th, team's 5th. And with 6 minutes to go, Titans inbounding up by 15, or 13, I'm sorry. Kevin Davis on the three-point line. Bounce into Bohannon. Double team. Spins. Hooks it up. No. Titans have gone cold here, Bob.
Definitely have.
Here comes Valerie penetrating, but it's stolen away. Rashad Berry. Head to Devon Andrews. Devon found Rashad Berry, and he laid it in.
Nice job of running the floor by Rashad there. Really good job of running the floor. Now we've got to stop the basketball.
Bohannon got a steal, and they're going to get a timeout.
Timeout. Good timeout for the possession.
Wow.
Nice. Wow.
I'll tell you another thing I've noticed. It's just the second time I've been able to watch them. But how they play, relentless for 4 quarters, and the guys that they have on the floor, they're in tremendous shape. These guys are in fantastic shape.
They are.
You see John Rossitano talking with his team right now, along with his assistant coaches. Titans lead by 15, and they'll have possession of the ball. But they are in great shape to play this style, and you have to be.
And you need numbers. You know, the player that's playing harder, and I've been kind of hard on him a little bit, is Devon. Devon's playing a lot harder this year than he did in the past, and I'm so glad to see that. And one of the reasons is, they sub for him, appropriately. They realize when he's running out of gas, and they sub for him, then let him catch a blow and get right back in. And consequently, his effort is much better this year than it was in the past. Much better.
Is that part of just maturing, realizing a little bit too?
Yeah, I mean, it's some people, they don't have the stamina. I think, Devon runs out of gas a little bit early, but Coach Rouse subs for him and then puts him right back in.
There's a steal. With it as Hall's going to go to the basket, lay it in, and a foul on Smothers.
Wow. See, now, what we haven't done this quarter is stop the basketball again. That's the 4th time in the last 2 minutes, that something like that has happened. The first step in playing defense is to stop the ball, and we're just not doing that.
Hall's got 25, 16 in the second half. He has kept Warrensville Heights in this basketball game, Bob.
And he's quicker than I thought. His post moves are quicker than I thought. Now, he's about 6'6". We don't have their size, but I mean, he's pretty active and quick for a guy who's in the 6'6" range.
Misses the free throw, rebound, Lorain, they throw it away. Smothers lost control of it. Smothers, Bohannon, Devon and Davier Andrews, and Kevin Davis on the floor for Lorain. 5:08 to go, Titans by 13. They've led the whole way. They led after 21-14, but Warrensville Heights is close as they've been in a while. Trying to make it interesting. A corner 3-ball. Crazy shot by McGee, no good.
Look out.
Head to Devon Andrews. Andrews will lay it up. No, but he's fouled by McGee. Going to get a couple of free throws for Devon Andrews. Shane Smith will check in for Lorain. Andrews first of 2.
There you go.
Smith comes in for Davier Andrews. Devon Andrews with 23. Came in averaging 19.7. Made them both. 67-52 in the backcourt. Tigers almost throw it away. They trail by 15 with 4:45 to go. And there's a steal by Kevin Davis. Ahead to Naz Bohannon. He's going to go up for the slam, no good. Return is up. It tipped up. That's going to be offensive goaltending.
Darn it.
Offensive goaltending on the Titans.
Can't touch the ball when it's in that invisible cylinder extending up from the rim.
Nate Smith takes the basket away. Paul Bieber in the crowd disagrees.
Well, Paul always disagrees.
With the basketball, Yavari Hall. Cross court with a pass. Peters got it. To House inside, no, but we're going to whistle on a foul.
You know, you can't let him get it in there that easily. I mean, you have to, you know, get up and cup him when he's in the post moving around. And the other thing you can't do, I mean, for the young guys out there, when you're playing against quick players, as Warrensville has and as we have, you know, defensively, you can't reach. Because when you reach, you're off balance, and for that split second of being off balance, that's when you get beat off the dribble. Keep that head on the basketball, contain it, and force width.
Jameer House made them both. 6 points for him. It's a 13-point Titan lead. Andrews got it to Shane Smith. Smith to Kevin Davis. 4 minutes, 10 seconds to play in the ball game. Titans with the ball and a 13-point lead.
Smart choice there by Smith.
Shane Smith, top of the key, got it left side to Bohannon. Bohannon in the paint, cross court for Shane Smith. Back inside Devon Andrews. Devon spins off the glass. Nice offensive set right there.
Strong move. I mean, Devon just powered it through the defense.
And into the front court, they get a steal. Smith with it. Smith got it to Kevin Davis. Davis into the front court. Davis picks up his dribble, got it to Shane Smith. Back out to Bohannon. Bohannon's going to spin, puts it up off the back of the rim. No, Smothers went for the rebound, lost it on the way up, but he was fouled. Foul on McGee, that's his 5th. He's the first player to foul out tonight. So McGee fouls out, having scored 4. The senior off the bench for Warrensville Heights.
Well, Anthony, I think, has had a nice game tonight off the bench, you know, at the line here. You know, with the exception of that one turnover down there on the baseline, I think he's played very well. He's been good on the boards.
Ryan Swift taking the 60 seconds that he has, that he's allowed to bring in a substitute because McGee has fouled out. So coming in will be Sin-Q Gator. Sin-Q Gator is in as Trevon McGee fouls out, having scored 4. Smothers at the line for 2. First one in and out. Smothers 62% on the year, has 10 points tonight.
Yeah, nice game.
Part of that bench bunch, him, Kevin Davis, Shane Smith, Jamar Ross.
And just a junior.
Missed them both, but going for the rebound, we have what? It's out of bounds to Lorain, so Bohannon doesn't get the steal, or I mean the offensive rebound, but in effect, he keeps the ball in Lorain's hands. Inbounding, Devon Andrews is inbound pass knocked away and stolen. Coming away with it is Peters. Peters to the basket. Bohannon went for the steer, went for the block, but he got the foul instead. And Matt Kende will come over to the scorer's table to confirm that. It is on Naz Bohannon. Free throw up off the rim, no good. Brandon Peters, 15 points tonight, and he made 1 out of 2. You mentioned his free throw stroke. He's made 9 free throws tonight.
You got a nice stroke.
3:25 to go. 14-point lead for Lorain. Bohannon out to Davier Andrews, got it to Kevin Davis.
Okay, excuse me, Rob. Now's the time where you have to make really strong cuts.
Devon Andrews with a pass, a little too much mustard on it for his brother Davier. They throw it away.
You have to have good movement, make strong cuts, make yourself available because they're pressuring.
In the backcourt. Warrensville Heights with the basketball, trailing by 14. Peters gets it into the front court. Picks up his dribble. Pass in the corner. 3-ball by Sin-Q Gator. Up and in. And a timeout for Warrensville Heights. Sin-Q Gator, a junior, just buried one from downtown.
Oh, that cuts the lead to 11 with 2:59 left. Wow.
Yep. Makes it interesting.
It sure does, and you know that they're going to come out with some heat here and try to force a turnover. You know, we've done a pretty good job against it so far, but I know that's what they're going to do.
Each team with 2 timeouts remaining.
You know, and the other key, as you pointed out, Rob, we might get to that point in the fourth quarter with when free throws are, at a super premium.
You look at the Warrensville Heights bench right there as they listen for head coach Brian Swift, who's also the athletic director at Warrensville Heights High School. The Tigers, look at there's a look at the Lorain bench. Joe Bach with all the camera work tonight. Titans in the home whites, Warrensville Heights in the blue, and Bob Tomaszewski's made it all the way down to the front row, Joe. He was in the second row in the first half, and Tomo now has found somebody to talk to, and he's in the front row.
We've got 2 timeouts left. I wouldn't burn one if we get held up yet. Now you really have to make strong cuts.
Kevin Davis with the basketball. It's stolen away in the backcourt. Shot goes up by Hall. He missed it. Loose on the floor. Hall got the rebound. Hall, they fight for the rebound or fight for the loose ball, and Davis got the steal. Ahead to Rashad Berry. Berry gets a run. Two-hand slam.
Nice step.
And a great job by Berry to avoid the defender, go around him and slam it home.
Wow.
Boy, and how will he look in Ohio State football uniform next year? Peters is going to be fouled by Kevin Davis. And
don't do that.
Why?
Don't do that. You don't want to foul. That puts them at the line 42 feet away from the basket.
Both teams in the bonus, stops the clock.
But that's where we get to that don't reach again. I mean, you just can't reach.
2.5 minutes to go in the game. Brandon Peters, the guy you don't want at the line line for a 1-and-1. He's made 9 free throws tonight.
He doesn't miss. I can recall 1 miss.
Free throw up, and he got it.
He just has, for the young players watching at home, and he's got a very compact shot, not a lot of movement to it. He's squared up, he's released and follows through. I mean, it's just this is a sweet shot.
He does the same thing.
Yep, every time.
I don't care what you do the same thing. So it becomes routine. Yep. Made them both.
Yeah, you can't foul him.
71-60. We don't have numbers on Warrensville Heights as far as stats, but he's got to be excellent at the line all year. Williamson with the basketball. 2:20 to go in the game. Double team, trying to get rid of it to Devon Andrews. Andrews in trouble in the corner. Andrews threw it off. He was out of bounds first. He was out of bounds first. Turnover, give it back to Warrensville Heights.
Fellas, hustle back, turn around. Stop the basketball. Let's go.
Warrensville Heights can cut it to single digits for the first time in a long time. They trail by 11 with 2:15 to go. And they're telling the Titans to back off. The coaching staff is.
Right, make them go through the heart of a defense right here.
Playing the zone. It's kicked out of bounds. Rashad Berry. 2:04 to play. 2:04 to go. Titans by 11, 71-60. Hall will inbound. Gets it on the inbounds to Brandon Peters. Peters back inside to Hall, and he scores. Wow. That's a 2-man game. Brandon Hall and Yavari Hall and Brandon Peters. Eddie Williamson with it. 1:50 to go. Titans by 9. And Williamson had it blocked out of bounds by Sin-Q Gator. 1:47 to go. Titans lead by 9. They've got the ball.
Strong cuts. Make yourself available. You can't stand and defend yourself. They've cranked up the heat.
Devon Andrews inbounds to Eddie Williamson. Got it over to Davier Andrews. Back to his brother Devon.
Nothing there.
Devon trying to force it, lost it on the way up out of bounds to who? Going to stay with Lorain.
Very fortunate because there was nothing there, Devon.
Minute 35 to go. Titans by 9 with the ball, a 3-possession game. Inbound Rashad Berry, each team in the bonus. They'll hand it off to Eddie Williamson. Titans shooting 61% on the year from the line. It gets knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Lorain. Minute 28 to go. Each team 2 timeouts remaining. Bohannon to inbounds. Bohannon looking, goes in the backcourt to Williamson. Williamson gets it. Pass on the left side, Davier Andrews.
Okay, first open man.
Davier outside to Devon Andrews. Back to Davier, a minute 15 to go in the game. Titans playing keep away. Pass to Bohannon, knocked away and stolen. Up to Sinque Gator, and he's going to lay it in. And we're going to get a timeout, Warrensville Heights. Sinque Gator gets the timeout called. Or I should say Warrensville Heights gets the timeout after Sinque Gator makes the basket. 1:05 to go. It's a 30-second timeout. Bob, it's 71-64. Warrensville Heights within 7.
Well, they're going to come out with the heat again. You know, they're going to try to force a turnover. They have 1 timeout left. And I would expect if they could force a turnover score, they're going to take that timeout and try to do it again. You know, we've got to be much more careful. You have to make really strong cuts when a team's pressuring you. If they're in denial, they have to back cut. If you see a double team, you've got to go help. And you know, make the smart choice, which is in this situation, if everybody's making strong cuts, the easy pass. Make the easy pass. Don't force anything.
Inbounding will be Naz Bohannon. Titans by 7. 71-64.
And maintain your composure. As I see a couple of players starting to bump and shove each other, you don't want to do that.
Eddie Williamson brings it into the front court, got it to Bohannon. Break the press to Rashad Berry. Reverse layup is good. 73-64 Titans. Quickly at the other end, Hall threw it up, missed it. Rebound House. Lost it out of bounds. It'll stay with Warrensville Heights. It's a 9-point game, 47.3 seconds left. Where the Tigers need 3s, they trail by 9. And for Warrensville Heights tonight, they have made 4 3-point field goals. There's an inbound. There's a 3-ball by Peters. He missed it off the rim. Rebound. Bohannon got it. He was pushed out of bounds. So he'll go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. And that foul on Jameer House, I believe that's his 5th. Oh, they're going to call it on Yavari Hall. My bad. Yavari Hall with the foul.
Well,
1-and-1 for Bohannon.
Naz, what's his percentage, Rob?
63.
63?
63% on the year. 9 points tonight. 1-and-1. Titans by 9. Bohannon around rim. No, it tipped up and in by Rashad Berry. That had to be close to offensive.
That was close.
They give it in the basket. 11-point lead. 3-ball up by House, and he got it, and a timeout. House got the 3 timeout, but with 31.5 seconds to go, it's an 8-point lead. But more importantly now, Bob, no timeouts for Warrensville Heights. They cannot call another timeout. So anytime Warrensville Heights now makes a basket, the Titans can run 5 seconds off the clock before the inbound.
Exactly, but more importantly, Warrensville Heights, after a score, can't set their defense. You know, that's why you take the timeout after a score when you're in the chase late in the game like they are, because it gives you an opportunity to set your defense. They don't have that opportunity anymore. Obviously, what they're going to do is they're going to foul. Now, I don't know if they have stats, I don't know if they know shooting percentages and so forth, but I don't expect them to waste much time before they make and commit a foul, probably immediately after the inbounds. I mean, that's what that's what they have to do right now. That's their only opportunity.
They can't worry about percentages and all that now. 31.5 seconds to go. 8-point game. Lorain with the basketball. If Warrensville Heights doesn't get an immediate steal, they have to foul.
Right, but so what you want to do here is you want to inbound the basketball to your best free throw shooter because you know he's going to get fouled.
Bohannon inbounding, and he'll get it into Eddie Williamson, who's fouled with 58% on the year at the line.
Okay. Now, what is this call?
Well, they inbounded the ball and the clock wasn't set.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
So I don't know what they're going to do, if they're going to replay it or not.
They're giving Lorain. Okay, there's some pushing and shoving going on, fellas. Don't get into that.
They're going to reset it. So that was like nothing happened because they started it before they had the clock set. So Bohannon will inbound again. He'll get it to Eddie Williamson. Williamson dribbling around. Now dribbling some time off the clock before a foul. Ahead to Bohannon. Bohannon got it to Andrews. Over to Rashad Berry. Went for the slam. Didn't get it, but he was fouled. That'll stop the clock with 21 seconds. Warrensville Heights was chasing, and they couldn't get the foul. So that was actually a good thing that happened.
Berry's at 50%?
48 coming into the game. Got 10-point, the scoreboard's not right. It's 75-67. They've got it set there, they fix it. 75-67 with 21.9 seconds to go. Rashad Berry at the line for a 1-and-1. Puts it up and in. There you go. 17 for Berry. To me, this is the big one. It's a 3-possession game right now, a 9-point game. If he makes this, it's 4 possessions. 10-point game, no timeouts left. This is the big one. Missed it. Rebound comes down to the Tigers. They get it ahead to Hall. Hall from way out. Put it up off the back of the rim. No. Rebound House. Put it up and in. They can't stop the clock. Lorain inbounded it too quickly there, in my opinion. You can't stop the clock, and that you've got 5 seconds. Use them.
Well, yeah, but you want to make sure you don't get the 5-second call.
You won't. I mean, they inbounded it 2. Just not that it's really going to matter here, Bob, but to me, know the situation a little bit there. And the Titans lead by 7 with 9.6 to go, and this crowd knows the Titans are going to go and stay undefeated, and they're filing out. Williamson makes the free throw. 77-69. Second free throw off the rim, no good. Rebound House. House dribbling around. House into the forecourt. House will drive, lays it in. You don't have to inbound it. And the Titans won't. And House makes the layup, and with no timeouts remaining, our final score tonight, Lorain 77, Warrensville Heights 71. We'll be back to wrap it up right after this timeout. You've been watching boys varsity basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
Sergeant Michelle Garcia served meritoriously in Iraq and has the medals to prove it. Soon after leaving the Navy, Lieutenant Chris Scott found a job, a home, and started a family of his own. Corpsman Richard Stokely took the skills he learned in Vietnam and put them to good use as a paramedic. But soon after leaving the military, each of these veterans fell on hard times and faced homelessness. Even after Michelle lost all her savings, even after Chris wasn't able to pay his mortgage, and even after Richard battled alcoholism for years, they each reached out for help when they needed it most. A simple phone call put them in touch with a trained professional from the Department of Veterans Affairs. That call got Michelle a place to stay until she could afford one of her own, put Chris in touch with employment assistance, and found Richard a substance abuse program. These veterans are success stories not only for how they were able to help others while serving their country, but for how they were able to let others help them. If you know of or are a veteran in need, make the call.
Have you ever bought a car and then realized you couldn't afford it? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting something different. Don't be insane. At Credit Max Auto, you can get a really great car with a payment you can't afford. Visit us at creditmaxauto.com.
And welcome back to Lorain as the Titans defeat Warrensville Heights 77-71. Alongside Bob Braskich, I'm Rob Polinsky. The Titans remain undefeated at 12-0. They go to 5-0 in Lake Erie League play. For Warrensville Heights, they dropped to 7-4 overall, and they are 4-2 in league play. Scoring by quarters, Lorain led after one, 21-14. They led at half, 42-26. led after 3, 61-43, and a bit sloppy in the fourth quarter. Warrensville Heights outscored Lorain 28-16 to cut it 77-71, although I don't think the final score really wasn't that close of a ball game, Bob.
Rob, you're absolutely right. It is not indicative of how the game unfolded. Yeah, I thought Lorain High played really well for the first 3 quarters, and then we gave up 28 points in the fourth quarter. Now, I think that could be a blessing in disguise, because I know Coach Roz, I know Coach Gillum, I know the rest of the staff, they are going to make a point to not allow that to happen again. Address why that happened. A lot of it was, not containing the basketball and so forth, but I can guarantee you that's not going to happen again. They aren't going to be happy with it. I thought, off the bench, we had great play tonight. I thought Ross, Smith, and Davis came in and handled the ball really strong. I thought Anthony came off the bench. I know he had at least 10, did a nice job on the boards, played some good defense. I thought our bench play tonight was just terrific. Against a very difficult team to play. Warrensville's aggressive. Warrensville's athletic, and they cranked it up there in the fourth quarter. And I thought our guard play, as we talked earlier in the pregame, guard play was going to be the key. I thought our guard play was really good tonight. All things considered, it's not easy against that kind of a quick athlete, especially when they crank up the heat as they did in the fourth quarter.
Let's look at the individual scoring. First for the victorious Lorain Titans, Eddie Williamson tonight had 4 points. Davier Andrews with 5. 26 points for Devon Andrews. It was Rashad Berry chipping in with 17, and Naz Bohannon had 9. All 5 starters scored, and they combined for 61 points. Off the bench, Kevin Davis with 2, Shane Smith with 4, Anthony Summers with 10. 16 off the bench, 61 from the starters gives Lorain their total of 77. Seeing action off the bench and not scoring was Jamar Ross. For the Warrensville Heights Tigers, it was Brandon Peters with 18, Yavari Hall with 27, Jameer House with 13, Sean Dunnings had 5, and off the bench, Sin-Q Gator with 5, Trevon McGee, before he fouled out, had 4. It adds up to a 77-71 lead. Our next broadcast will be Tuesday night, as the Lorain will go to Medina, and then another doubleheader home weekend next weekend. Bedford on Friday,
That's a big
Clearview on Saturday. WLCS TV 20 will have all 3 of those games for you next week. Bob, I know you had some final comments.
I do. I just have one thing. I ran into a big fan of Channel 20. Her name is Mary Durnell, lifelong Lorain resident. 5 kids through the district. I wanted to say hi to her. She says she never misses a game, and she's about to be 87 years old. So, Mary, looking forward to see you again, and hope you enjoyed this one.
Yeah, we hope she did, and she's enjoyed all of them this year. The Titans still undefeated at 12-0 as they defeat Warrensville Heights by a score of 77-71. A lot of people to thank. I want to thank Terry Trout, Joe Bach up here for all their hard work. I want to thank my broadcast partner, Bob Raskich.
I thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And most of all, we want to thank you for watching. Again, our final score tonight, it was Lorain 77, Warrensville Heights 71. You've been watching boys varsity basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.
To purchase a high-quality copy of the program you just viewed, please call Lorain City Schools Television at 282-8400.